Lesson 1-12, Operations with Matrices Multiplication. So we're continuing our study on matrices. We learned in the last one when we were adding and subtracting matrices how to find the dimensions. And the dimensions are always rows by columns. So in this example, you have 2 rows. And then you have 4 columns. So that's a 2 by 4. Now that's going to be important for when we multiply matrices because the dimensions can't always be identical, but the inner 2 dimensions, the row of 1 has to match up with the column of the other. And in this lesson, we're also going to look at multiplying by a scalar, and you'll see that the scalar is like using the distributive property. So first off, scalar multiplication is multiplying a matrix by a real number. It's the same process as a distributive property. So here you're just going to do 3 times 5, 3 times -5, -3 times 0, and -3 times 12. And what you get is your matrix as -15, 15, 0, and -36. So multiplying each matrix by the real number. Now here we're just going to be distributing. So we're going to put our matrix here. 5 times -1 is -5. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times -8 is -40. So that scalar multiplication is finished. This next one, we have to do scalar multiplication, and then we have to subtract. So first off, we have 21, -28, 7, 42, -28, and 35. This next one, I'm going to treat this as a negative, so that means I'm adding the opposite. So that's -2 times 4, which is -8. -2 times 5 is -10. -2 times -1 is 2. -2 times 3 is -6. -2 times -2 is +4. And -2 times 8 is -16. Now that I have that, I can now add together. So 21 plus -8 would give us 13. -28 plus -10 is a -38. 7 plus 2 is 9. 7 plus -6 is 1. -28 plus 4 is -24. 35 plus 16 is like 35 minus 16, and that would give us 19. So this would be our solution as a matrix. Next, do the multiplication first. So we have 8, 14, -6, 10. And then from there, we can now add. And so our answer is going to be a 2 by 2. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 14 plus -2 is 12. -6 plus 6 is 0. And 10 plus 4 is 14. Again, you could use your calculator if you enter all the data into your matrices. But otherwise, this is pretty simple numbers you can use. It's probably just quicker to do it on pencil paper for this one than to enter it into your calculator. Next, when you multiply matrices, so it's not just the scalar, you're actually multiplying a matrix by another matrix. First, you have to check to see if the inner dimensions, like the row of 1, matches up with the column of the other. If they are not the same, then you cannot multiply them. Then you're going to multiply the elements in each row of the first matrix by the corresponding elements in each column of the second matrix. And then you're going to find the sum of each set of products, and each sum will take the corresponding position. So what does that look like? So here, this is a 2 by 2, and this is a 2 by 2. Because these middle two are the same, your answer has the dimensions on the outside, which is a 2 by 2. And so we're going to do the row of 1 times the column of 1. So A, and you're just going to rotate that. So it's A times E plus B times G. And then you're going to go row 1, column 2. And that's going to give you this part here. A times F plus B times H. And then now we're in row 2, column 1. So row 2, column 1, so C times E plus D times G. And then this last one here, this is in row 2, column 2. So row 2, column 2, C times F plus D times H. So let's take a look at an example. Mia and Dana make jewelry to sell at a boutique shops. This year, they have crafted bracelets made from onyx, coral, and silver beads. Their cost for each head was 75 cents for onyx, $1.10 for coral, and 50 cents for silver. Mia used 125 onyx, 100 coral, and 150 silver beads. Dana used 175 onyx, 115 coral, and 200 silver beads. What was the total cost of the beads they used to make the bracelets? So the first thing I want to do is just check the dimensions. So this is a 2 by 3, and this is a 3 by 1. Since the middle two are the same, my answer is going to be a 2 by 1. So 2 rows, 1 column. So it's going to look like that. So I'm going to take row 1 times column 1. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 125 times 0.75 plus 100 times 1.10 plus 150 times 0.50. That gives us 278.75. And then the next part is row 2, column 1. So I have 175 times 0.75 plus 115 times 1.10 plus 200 times 0.50. And that's going to give us 357.75. Now, if I want to check this on my calculator, we hit second matrix. I need to edit these. So I'm going to edit this one. The first one was a 2 by 3. If I put the numbers in, 125, 100, 150. Next one was 175, 115, and 200. Then go back into it, the matrix, edit the second one, and this one was a 3 by 1. So 0.75, 1.10, and 0.50. Now I need to get out of this, so second mode. Now I need to go back in, so second matrix. I used matrix A, so that's 1, and I'm multiplying that by second matrix number 2. Hit enter, and there's my 278.75 and my 357.75. Moving on to the next one. I just want to verify that this is a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 2. Middles are the same. My answer is going to be a 2 by 2. So for this one, row 1, column 1. So row 1, column 1, 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. 0 plus negative 12 is negative 12. Next is row 1, column 2. So row 1, column 2. So 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Negative 2 times negative 6 is, or negative 8 is negative 16. So negative 15 plus negative 16 is negative 31. Next, this is in row 2, column 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. And the last one is row 2, column 2. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. 0 times 8 is 0. So negative 5 plus 0 is negative 5. So that would be our matrix on that one. Next one, we have 1 by 3. And this one is a 3 by 2. So the middle two are the same. So our answer is going to be a 1 by 2. So one row, 2 columns. So we have row 1, column 1. So 4 times 0 is 4, or is 0. Plus 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So that's going to give us a positive 12. And then we have row 1, column 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. Add them together and I get 1. So our answer would be 12, 1. And our last one. Find the product to see if it exists. So this is a 2 by 3. And this is a 2 by 2. The middle two are not the same. So it does not exist. There is no solution. So that is our work on multiplying matrices.